Hello, are you like me? You've got some potatoes chitted up, they're ready to go, but you're worried about a late frost. We might get a late frost. You don't want to go too early. If you go too early and we catch a frost and these guys have got some green shoots above soil level, could be terminal. Could take those tops right off. So you don't want to get them in too early, but you're looking to get them in now. And what you'd really like to do is have an insurance policy that if there is some frost, it won't get them. Well, I'm going to cut you to some video now that I shot some year ago. It's in two parts, and it shows me planting potatoes but being aware that a late frost could be terminal. So I put some frost protection on those potatoes. And then in the second part of that video, which I think is about 5 weeks after I've planted the potatoes, there's an update. Check that out, I think you'll enjoy it. It's just an idea. There may be other ways of protecting potatoes from frost if you get them in slightly early. But that's how I did it, and it worked for me. Stay till the end of the video because I've got some nice footage of me and my dog Molly and Molly's mate Benji from a number of years ago. It's a nice piece of video. Happy days, fond memories. Okay, enjoy the video. "15 potatoes, 5 rows of 3 potatoes. I'll just cut away shortly and show you the potatoes that we're going to be planting. And while you're away, I'll remove these 15 mushroom crates. Now the crates are serving 2 purposes. The first purpose is to help me mark out this raised bed to get me exactly 15 locations evenly spaced. And while you're away, I'm going to take these crates off, and then later on in the video we're going to put them back on again, and I'm going to show you the second purpose for the crates. Okay, so you go and look at these potatoes now, and by the time you get back I'll have removed all these crates. I'll have removed all these mushroom crates. And this year I'm going with 5 rows of 3 potatoes. 3, 3, 3, 3 and 3. This will be a double row. I'll tell you about this row when I move to the back of this box. Now let me tell you what I'm sowing. 3 potatoes here called Maris Pia. Maris Pia is a second early potato. These are possibly the earliest potatoes I'll get to harvest from my raised bed. So that's a short row of 3 Maris Pia. These potatoes are a potato called Vale's Sovereign. These are shop bought potatoes set aside until they're chit. Maris Pia were shop bought potatoes set aside until they chitted. So we've 3 Vale's Sovereign, and they're a main crop potato. This is a potato that I grew a number of years ago called Saxon. Another main crop potato, a big potato. These are again set aside shop bought potatoes. Listen to that rain. These here are some set aside from last year. These are Sapo Mura, and I've got 6 of these, so that'll be 2 short rows of 3. Okay, so a short row of 3 Maris Pia, short row of 3 Vale Sovereign, short row of 3 Saxon, and 2 short rows of 3 Sapomeda. Okay, 15 equally spaced white pebbles. That's where we're going to be digging our planting holes. And we're growing across the bed rather than up the bed. And the spacing between the potatoes across the bed is roughly 15 inches, and the spacing between the rows going up the bed is about 8 inches. Now what we're going to do is we're going to excavate a hole. We're going to dig a hole where each of those pebbles are, and that's going to be a planting hole for a potato. Okay, let's dig some holes. Okay, so that planting hole is about 9 inches deep, and that's as deep as we want it. We're going to take this away. This is going back in the hole, but we're going to take it away and do something with it once we've got all those holes dug. I'll just dig one more on camera, and then we'll cut away, and by the time you come back all those holes will have been dug, because you don't want to see me dig 15 holes. I'm fairly sure of that. Okay, see you shortly. That's all the holes dug, all the planting holes. Now what we need to do is take this soil over to the barrow and add some spark. This particular bed has stood fallow over winter with a layer of chop and drop on it, seaweed, leaves and grass. I raked that off a couple of days ago, and I may use it as a top dressing once I've got these potatoes in. I haven't made my mind up yet, but there is a lot of organic goodness already gone into this bed, courtesy of that chop and drop and the worms and the bugs and the creepy crawlies, the wind, the rain, the snow, the sleet, the frost. It's all gone into this bed now, so there's some goodness in this bed, but we're going to take this soil away, put it in a barrow and add some more goodness. Okay, so we've got the 3 buckets of soil from the holes that we're going to plant the potatoes in. We've got these in the barrow. This is some potato fertilizer. We're going to add some of this, but what we're going to do first, we're going to remove one of these. We know we need 3 buckets full. We're going to take 1 bucket full away and replace it with this. That's a bucket full of dry farmyard manure. You can possibly see the colour difference. I hope you can. Soil, dry farmyard manure. So we've got 3 buckets full of what we want to fill the holes, and we've got some potato fertiliser. Let's pop it in this barrow, let's give it a good mix, fill the 3 buckets, go back, plant some potatoes. Are you up for this? Come on, homegrown veg, let's do it. Okay, take you out. I'll drop you in there. Then we'll drop this dry farmyard manure in on top. Then we'll drop this other bucket of soil. Pop that there. We'll just move it about a wee bit in the barrow to start with. Hold on. Let me come round this side. This should make it easier. You wouldn't think all this came out of those 15 small holes, but it did. It did, you saw it. Well, you didn't see it all, did you? But you saw the holes. What's it all about? Did I say 9 inches deep? Something like that, I don't know. I can't recall now. That's what they are. Okay, that's not a bad mix. Right, let's add that potato fertilizer. Now, do not ask me quantities. We only have 3 quantities of homegrown veg. What are they? Come on. I've mentioned this a few times this year. There's only 3 quantities. Not enough, more than enough, and just enough. This is going to be just enough. This is going to be just enough for 15 main crop potatoes. Okay, let's do it. Okay. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this back in these buckets, meet you back at the raised bed. Is that a deal? Okay, meet you back at the raised bed. Right, this first row is going to be a short row of Maris Pia. You've seen it, you saw it earlier in the video. Vale Sovereign, Saxon, Sapomira, Sapomira. Okay. Let's plant our first Maris Pia. Little bit of that in the bottom with the compost in it. Put that in. How easy was that? We'll pop this white pebble on top. I'll tell you why later. If I don't tell you why, you'll have to guess. Right, I would normally go across, but I don't want to stick my backside up in front of this camera. So we'll just do this side, then you'll have to leave me to finish off, and then I'll show you the second use that we've got for those mushroom crates. You'll like it. Okay, now we'll do this second row. Vale Sovereign. Little bit in the bottom. We'll cover Vale Sovereign up. Put that on there. We'll go now. Saxon. Saxon is the next row. Our first Sapomira. And this is the second row of Sapomira. Okay, you've got the gist of this now. You go and make yourself a cup of tea. I'll finish this off, then come back to me, and we'll put these potatoes to bed, so to speak. Okay, that's them all planted. Now let me tell you, we're in the middle of April here in the UK, and there is every danger that we could still get frosts. In fact, you could probably gamble on it. You'll still get frosts. So I want to put some frost protection on this bed. And because I know that these potatoes probably won't be through for 2 to 3 weeks, maybe longer, because the soil's still cold, I can cover it over completely and then take a peek in 2 or 3 weeks' time. So let's put these mushroom crates back to good use. Okay, I can already hear you saying, well, that's not much frost protection, look at all those holes. And you're right, but it would be a degree of frost protection, but we're going to make it even better. Just hold on. Okay, so far so good, and the rain's kept off, so that's another bonus. We're going to get this job finished tonight. Just hold on. Whoa, what's that crept into the picture? That wasn't there a minute ago, was it? You're getting the gist of this now, are you? Are you ahead of me yet or not? Right, you soon will be. Got the picture now, haven't you? How's that? What do you think? Now I will add some more weight to this to make sure it doesn't blow off, because this can be quite a windy garden here at Homegrown Veg. But as I've said earlier in this video, the soil's still fairly cold. It's warming up, but it isn't warm. We don't expect to see these potatoes pushing through for 2 to 3 weeks, whatever. So there's no issue with the fact that they're in darkness, is there? They're under the soil anyway. They may as well be under a tarp as well. And I'm hoping this tarp will not only help to dry this bed out, because we have had a lot of rain lately. If you've been watching my videos, you know that. I'm hoping this will help to dry the bed out, and I'm hoping it'll actually hold some heat in there. On the few sunny days that we get, I'm hoping it'll warm the bed up, and that'll keep the heat in overnight. But anyway, so that's job done. We'll have a look at under this tarp in 2 to 3 weeks time. Okay, there'll be something there because I won't shoot a video if there isn't. so the next video you see will be me rolling this tarp back. I might even pretend to be surprised, and hopefully we'll find some potatoes poking through. About 5 weeks ago I planted 15 potatoes in this raised bed. I covered them over with these mushroom crates and I put some frost protection on them. But we're going to take a look today. We're going to take these crates off and see if any of these potatoes are through. Right, let's lift some of these crates off, see what we've got. Not all the potatoes are through, but some of them are. Clearly that one is, and well through, isn't it? That one's through. That one's through. You may not be able to see it. This one here, this one's through. This one's through. That one there's just breaking through. And we have a Sapo Mira breaking through there. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7 of the 15 potatoes breaking through. So we're reasonably happy with that. I'll leave the markers where they are. After I've finished shooting this piece of video, I'm going to put those crates back on, just in case. But clearly once the potato gets too big, then the crates will have to come off. And if we catch some frost, well, we catch some frost.